kind of just
wait until people... So, we should effectively be live. And if this works, if this totally works, then we're gonna go back to YouTube. I just wanted to use this as the guinea pig, because I just switched over to OBS, like regular OBS. And because we found the problem, Streamlabs. Apparently the new update is giving some like buffer issues, sending video to the YouTube server, and it sounds like every other thing like Twitch. So if this is working, it looks like, yeah, I'm gonna give it like 2 minutes. Also, hello guys. You get like a little a little Q&A type thing, a little chill chat before we get back into going on YouTube. I am so goddamn sorry for this. The technical issues have been... I was nervous starting this thing already, because I mean this is Chrissy's thing. And, you know, they're away. I want to support them and everything, but like I wanted to get this thing working. It just fucking wasn't. So now it is. And I'm really happy that it's working again. For you guys, I just wanted to show you also, like, the, you know, the stuff that this layout has. Obviously, I have no input capture there, but basically that was the intro and everything. This was going to be the main window, and this is going to be the main window. I act like I'm not going to stream. I am. But then the other screen, which... had this. So, you know, it was just like, okay, Febby's dancing, and we had all of that. Oh yeah, Febby. So yeah, I brought Febby with me. Like, Febby was gonna be here always, because that's like a big part of the stream. Hell, even the Happy Meal. We gave him a little Happy Meal and everything. And it was gonna go fine. It was gonna be okay, and all that. And then, you know, you take that away. We were going to have Febby Rotom as well. You know, with his 4 a day. And all of that. We're going to do some cool stuff. This is for you guys who aren't at the DARadio on YouTube yet. So, exclusive look before we go on. But, yeah, I was going to have Febby Rotom there. Because, you know, stand out. Also, I wanted to, like, I put this... you know, I'm going to go to where it would have been. If you guys can hear that, this is just going to be the background music while we were waiting to do more stuff. But this was also mocked up. This design was mocked up in like an hour and a half. And it's based off of the next theme, what I want to do next year for live concerts. I want to wear like a purple blazer and everything. So I wanted to go with this. And we're going to do pretty much everything else that the DARadio is going to set up for. Also, I'm just noticing my stupid bloody brain is starting to go, hey, some unalignment. So I'm going to just do that quickly. There we go. Just my little brain just started going, brr, something's off. So, yeah. But if it all seems working, is it working, guys? Are we good? Are we totally PogChamp? Are we, like, super... Fuck sake. Okay, so we're good. We're good. We're awesome. We're totally swag. Alright, well, I'm gonna end this stream and I'm gonna attach all of my authenticity keys to the YouTube studio and bring it back, because it sounds like we've fixed the issue. The only issue that we have is that on my end, Streamlabels doesn't work. So I can't exactly bring up like the notifications, like you would normally see down below where I am, the newest follower, newest stuff like that. I did have a little workaround though, which is this little thing at the top here. It's just like the newest activity. So all the newest activity and everything, there won't be any notifs, but I will be calling out if sponsors are in, or, you know, I think members is the word for sponsors. Because Streamlabs always calls it sponsors, not members. It's really weird. But there was gonna, yeah, we're gonna have that in place. So people still, also, you know, I'm just getting used to this because you gotta do chat polls and all that jargon and all that. So, yeah. we're gonna give YouTube some time. So if you just want to chill here for like half an hour, we can do a little Q&A here. Because I want to set the stream up properly and give it a half an hour buffer time just so that we're in the clear. Also, it gives me time to delete all the other streams we did. Because they will clog up our channel. Because that don't work, does it? Here we go. So I'll leave the previous one up, but I'll private it. Just so I can take and reuse the settings that I had before. First question, how are you? Oh god, I'm fine. So I'm back again. I'm not sick anymore. I'm still taking my antibiotics, but I'm not sick anymore, so that's why I'm able to do this. I'm back at work, doing music, and all the planning for the game, and everything, so it's gonna be awesome when that happens, but we're okay. Things are fine. Just, I didn't expect to have these issues, but then again, you know, when it comes to tech issues, can you really be that ahead? Especially in this thing like this. Suppose you could, like, always, before you stream, do it on a separate channel, like an alt channel, and do some sort of like private stream to see if everything works, but then there's other things like if it crashes or whatever. So how's Resurrection going? It's going great. As I've said, all the songs have been tracked with drums and bass. I'm in the process of adding the guitars right now. I'm waiting for my voice to heal up a little more before I get back into doing the singing part of it and synths. But otherwise, I'm kind of like on a hold with that because Solitude's coming up and I want to finish the Space Cadet Pinball song. That's coming along really good as well. I can't wait to get that one finished. So it's going to be pretty sweet. Do you have any advice for a beginning musician? God damn, no, I don't. I guess the only thing I really have, because you know, it takes me back to when I started. I just had a piano and I just like hit loads of notes. The same note over and over again and went, okay, so that's C. And then the same with like D. I was just like, okay, that's D and E. And then learning black notes like C sharp, D sharp. Learning the difference between sharp and flat. From there, I learned pitch perfection, which was really good help in figuring out what I wanted to make. Then it's just having a load of musical influence and just honing into what you really love. I would say, like, avoid just copying one individual and try get, like, a whole arsenal of things together to develop your style. And you'll find a way. You'll find a way, dude. Smash the keys. That's kind of what I was like. I kind of broke a few computers. Maybe. I know I've definitely broken keyboards in my life. What is your favorite Iris song? Oh, God. I can't tell you. Otherwise, it would reveal too much. If you could make an Iris music video, what song would you make a music video? Vengeance or... Vengeance, Plague, or Bloody Ether. I always had, like, a few ideas for those ones. Maybe Demetrix. I had a few for that, too. There's quite a lot that I would have gone back, but I just don't have the resources for that, or the money, or creativity. Well, no, I do. That's a lie. I'm just really bad at implementing and asking people for help. What's the thing you're most excited to show when we finally drop Solitude? The lore. And the sass. Lore and sass. Hashtag law and sass. That's definitely what I'm going with. That's my answer right there. If you got the Solitude music, can we have that one Febby? Yes, you may. You may have little Febby Rotom right here. Oh yeah, the lore has expanded, like, beyond what I thought it would be. It's kind of big. Now, it's not as big as Iris. Let's get one thing straight. Solitude is, you know, it's contained, but obviously with the reveal now that it coincides with Pandorium and everything like that, I can't wait to show how. So that's gonna be cool. Your art style is a bit... Thank you. Thank you. It's a very cartoony style. I'm definitely much more Western influenced than anything else. And yeah, I had to whip this up quickly. I forgot I was doing it today. And I went... Finally, when I was unwell, I was fine. I finally had a chance to sit down and just be like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, Xavier's solitary pet. Yeah. Are we getting a new song for Solitude? Yeah. There's Space Cadet Pinball. It's gonna be really fun. I genuinely can't wait for that. It's gonna be awesome. How are you feeling hosting DARadio? Fucking nervous. Like, okay, you see, I know I'm the main face of DA, and you all know that I made it, and being here, it's like, okay, well, it's kind of like the main host. Chrissy, this is Chrissy's, event, and she pulls it off incredibly well. And just coming onto like this stuff here, figuring out all the tech issues and everything that's going on and everything, I really empathize with how many struggles streamers have to go through, so I definitely see it. It's crazy. Is Human and Mercy's Garden within the Solitude universe, or are they just references? That'll be revealed later. I can't talk about that right now. They just had to. It's called a tease. I like to tease and sneeze teases, like I did. Was it yesterday that I put out all that shit, or was it 3 days ago? Time's an enigma. I can't remember. But yeah, I can't tell you everything yet. What faction is Febby? Mastermind. Absolutely. You'll figure it out. You're doing great. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm gonna fart. I'm gonna fart. It shouldn't come. Honestly, these PNG tuber things don't do justice for what my faces are actually pulling. I was debating whether to have a PNG tuber or just my face cam, but I wanted to go with a theme. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's do a PNG tuber. But that's the thing. You can imagine how I shit. You can imagine. Anyway, fart. My friend is still surprised all of this came from Solitaire of all things. Yeah, so I mean, like, it was funny because the first DA knockout was, it was Chris going, we should make this into a movie. And it was Chi-Chi that went down the spiral. And from there, I was like, oh my god, if we're making a movie and it's going to be like this, let's make something, because I was on the cusp of making some deep, dark stuff for Iris anyway. I was like, let's go deep and dark with this. And I just had a villain that I was going to keep contained in that one series. But then you all loved him so much and wanted him back more. And I was like, that's amazing. People kept asking about him. Is there any more we can get? And so I took that opportunity. I was like, I want to bring Xavier back. I want him to be, all the stuff that, people expected, I guess. But a one key note was that we didn't get much emotion out of him, or like any of his, he just followed by a script, really. So taking that, I was like, you know what, let's really delve into, because I was dealing with a lot in that when creating subject placement anyway, all the dialogue. So what I had experienced within my time was just put into the dialogue, and I found unique ways of bringing Xavier the chance to sass back. At first he had a little bit of sass, but then I really found my own with him and associated the character with him. And now it's like, okay, so we've made this whole thing. Where's it all going to go? It's just Border Patrol. But I had it in mind that I'd have a Coliseum game in mind. It just then went crazier and crazier and crazier. So here we are from Solitaire. And now we're with Space Cadet Pinball. And in the future, we're going to have like chess and Minesweeper and maybe some escape room stuff, like that'd be some really cool ideas coming along. But yeah, I can't wait to show you what we're going to do next. I just realized that's February, but yeah, he's there. He's there just chilling out. Wondering now what faction Abram or Goliath would be, or other factions. Providing they haven't annihilated them right away. Provided they're within that same place. I wouldn't fucking know. I guess Abram would be trying to gun for Mastermind, so I guess he would be Spy, because anybody gunning for that Mastermind role would need to dig. So I guess he'd be a Spy. And I think Goliath would find his way into advocacy at some point. I think he might be a lost subject, to be fair, because, in a certain part in the Iris arc, Goliath loses his memory. And I guess with him being so uncertain, but he has a goal to continue, I think he'd be lost subject, but find his way into advocacy. I think that's where it would go. Am I going to release Streisand Effect on digital stores? Oh, man. I could. Now. I think the joke's kind of dead now. And speaking of Ban Ban, I think we got it all wrong. I think we all did. I mean, we didn't expect it to be like a big old parody thing. But I'm just glad that I made the song much more about how the Streisand effect works as opposed to the game itself. That was just like a subsidiary thing. But going back to it, seeing all the irony that comes from it, it's like, yeah, I think we can safely put it on stores. But I want at least a radio edit. I want an extended and a radio edit, just so you have choice. Because that long-ass dialogue, I don't know anybody who would casually just sit there and listen. And this is a rhetorical answer, by the way. Don't say anything. I know some of you would. So that's why I'm going to give that. Probably in like a... You know how we did with Mr. Dirty Balls? Where we had like the main song and the instrumental? We just do this, but it's just, you know, the longer, extended one in the radio edit. Do you plan on checking out Twitter on it? Yeah. So I do, you know, exactly the same stuff that you'd know of DARadio. I'd go on the hashtag DARadio on Twitter, and I would check out all the cool things. And it's cool because, you know, if providing Chrissy is in and everything, we can show them all the cool shit that people are drawing and all of that. So yeah, I'm doing that. How do you come up with lyrics? Part of it is like I've got a song, I've got an instrumental, and then I'm just like that. It sounds fucking alien. It sounds like who would do that? That helps me provide syllables, so that then I can find the words there. And then I come up with it. I drew Xavier the other day. I can't wait to see. I'm not going to spoil myself. I'll probably show the hashtag DARadio thing first thing when we start up. But yeah, I don't want to spoil myself right away. I will look though. I'm so happy. I'm excited. What would your faction in Solitude be? So when I had our developer test it on us, I got Advocate straight away. But I have indeed had all of them. I've had to. I've tested this thing. I would think that I would just be Mastermind. Because, I mean, it's hard for me to picture myself in any of the other factions. I'd be Mastermind because I know everything. So in that case, I'd, you know, kind of be more in that place, I guess. Do you plan to bring one of your old animations to Bantamation? So the reality series, I'm hoping to kind of, when I've got time and when I've got resources, start animating again and do like maybe a reality cartoon. Bantamation's on a bit of a hold at the moment. Money's kind of scarce, and it was expensive running that operation. It was crazy. Even with our Patreon, there was not many people willing to like invest in our Patreon, so it's like it was really difficult. Plus hiring decks and all that was also a big expense. Love them to bits as well. Like there was nothing wrong with it. It was just we tried so many tactics and YouTube kind of burned us out, and we weren't having enough resources to put into it. But at least with, you know, this Hammerscorn Media and all of that, it's much more doable. And we genuinely can't wait for this one. But who knows? Bantamation is not dead. It's just we're not doing it right now. You know what I mean? I resonate with the playmates so much for absolutely no reason. I wonder if you do. I wonder. See, I can't say shit. I can't say anything. I'm like Tom Holland right now. I'm like fucking saying, I'm gonna say something. And it's gonna be like, wait, what? Can't say anything. Ah! Don't spoil you silly. I know. Yeah, casually dropping Irish spoilers. Like I do that. Oh, wait, I have. I've done that. I'm a silly boy. We will get this underway soon. I'm just having more fun doing this. I'm sorry. I'm stressed about the way the DARadio is going to play out, but knowing that we're streaming fine right now, I think it's going to be fine. So we'll get back up on YouTube soon. Going to give it another 5 minutes, and then we should be fine. No spoilers. You're doing great, dude. No worries. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much, guys. I very much do. You're a VTuber now? No, correction. PNG tuber now. No, I'm kidding. This is just for DARadio. This is just to keep with the theme of DARadio and everything. I will bring my face back. That's the thing. Like, people already know my face. That's why I never did PNGs in the first place. It's like, normally people use PNGs to mask their identity or mask like who they are and everything like that. But I always had my face up and present, so there was nothing to hide. So I'm like, well, I'll just keep this with the theme, but yeah, I'll bring back my face. It's fine. I'll do that eventually. I'll bring my face back. Would make a banging song lyric. I'll bring my face back. Oh shit. Why aren't you the fucking lyricist? You know, why aren't you the god? Where'd you get off? You know, like, where's your SoundCloud, bitch? Oh, that was... I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Fucking hell, I'm sorry. That's why I don't host. Don't worry, you're doing an amazing job. Thank you very much. I'm trying my best. What happened to DW Daily? Oh, that's long gone, man. Yeah, like, Dex wanted to see it as something viable, and, you know, it was originally like that, but as soon as we started needing the money and income and everything, it really turned Dex a different one. Also, because of the pandemic, it kind of just stopped everything. So it was like, that's why Bantamation existed. It was another project. And the thing is, Bantamation might be also, like, kind of simmered now, but we're not done trying. Like, me and Dex are gonna do some other project together, too. Can't say much right now, but yeah, it's gonna be, you know, if you're familiar with what we do on DAGames, I'm pretty sure you'll be familiar with this in no time. SoundCloud incoming. You're gonna... I know you'd make one as well. You'd make one as well.
Nothing but accordion FNAF songs.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. You got this one, Will, plus the setup you put together for your studio is great. Oh yeah, this is Chrissy's. I just invaded Chrissy's room, I guess. It's right here. You know, the foam wall and everything, which is odd, because that is exactly my foam in my music studio. It's just not the same table. But, yeah. Anyway, I love your laugh so much. Shush. I did... Great, now I'm bottom texting. What the fuck's going on? You know when your brain goes like... when you get a compliment? That is me every goddamn time.
Giving it the doll shucks over there.
That is, yeah, the doll shucks, the gum giddles. Is Goliath breedable? You have problems. Go to therapy. Go to therapy, sir. Or madam. Breaks down Chrissy's door like, mine! You know, I'm still surprised of how you pretty much predicted a lot of FNAF's key lore pieces. I guess I'm Scott. I don't know. Like, I guess I was born in Texas. And I moved over to England. And Scott was my I don't know. Maybe. No, I'm joking. It was all like prediction. I don't know. Like, everybody found the story of FNAF to be like really convoluted, but I found it pretty easy to get. I mean, it helps when it's like, you know, when he says, I always come back. He doesn't fucking lie. But yet we always seem to think he is. So it's like, okay, well, maybe we'll go off that theme somehow. But now it's like, I always come back, but in a sort of different way. And it's like, okay, fair enough. Will is Scott confess? Nah, I could never amount to Scott. It could never. It is an honor to know that guy exists. Is great. Opinion on the Mimic? I like the Mimic. Then again, I'm like pretty easy to please. I'm not really a troublemaker. I don't really like look for issues with other people's work. Since I know what it's like to work on a project, I'm very much keen to, you know what, you have your vision and you have it exactly how you want it. So you've made it, and as long as it goes by what you thought, I give my full respect to you. And that's why I go with the, you know, things like the Mimic and everything. And I thought that was a damn cool ending in Ruin. I like the Mimic. I actually played it on this channel, this Twitch stream. This is the last stream I did on Twitch. If you watch Star Wars, what do you think of Star Wars prequels? They're good popcorn food, good popcorn indulgence things. It's kind of like the drinking game. Have you ever, if you're old enough, I won't condone it if you're not, but like if you're old enough to know The Room by Tommy Wiseau, there was a drinking game a lot of people did. I can't remember the stakes, but it was like drinking game for The Room. That's how I would picture the Star Wars prequels. I don't find them inherently bad, but I go along as everybody else is like, yeah, this is garbage. So it's like, okay, well, I guess, another excuse to drink. So there we go. Which do you think is a real ending? The elevator, because I did have a bit of indulgence afterwards, since I'd kind of like, I had no interest in going to the rest of it. I did my playthrough. So I went and indulged and found out there was other endings. I'd like to think the scooper had some significance. But here's my crackpot. They're both the same, and they're both canonical. I think they're both canonical. I'm just gonna gamble. Now, don't take my track record lightly here. Like, I've had a good track record, but I could be wrong too. So it's like, try to take it with a grain of salt. But I think they're both canonical. I think Ronald McDonald is the real bastard behind everything. And I think all of you would think I'd never seen him. All of you would think I'd never seen a movie before, considering how many classic movies I haven't watched. Man, I don't really know that many classic movies either, dude. I don't really know that many. That's where Chris comes in. He's the buff of these kinds of things. He's like a Criterion man. When we're moving over to YouTube, in like 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, because we're gonna stream at like 11. I'm just trying to set up the stream now, on that end, so that we have something available. I'm just gonna make that now, actually. Alright, so we should have a stream now on YouTube. If you guys got a notif or anything like that, if you check our channel, we do have the stream. It's just we're gonna have to fiddle around with fucking OBS just a little bit. Because because I'm streaming through OBS right now. I'm gonna have to like take off the authenticity key and then set it up elsewhere as well. So it might be a bit of a delay, but we are gonna get this up and running. Oh, you think Xavier was the one behind this? Man, Xavier's got a big old monopoly on Streamlabs. For sure.
Transmission interrupted.
Transmission interrupted. Is Resurrection going to have bonus tracks? I would not know. I've not started that yet. If I plan to, I'm sure it'll show up. But right now, I'm just focused on the main beef of the cake. The thing that people saw. You're amazing. You're doing great. You're a great person. You've been such an inspiration to me since the OG Hua song. Heart of an Artist. I can't wait for everything in the future. Thank you, Odin. That means a lot. I'm gonna try my best to fulfill this story to the best of expectations. I want to really give it my all here. Does Xavier hate Uno? Not unless he's the one using reverse. I don't know. Maybe he, but that's everybody. Everybody hates Uno when they're not winning. If there were bonus tracks, there'd be a law drop at the same time as the announcement for them. I mean, I guess. Like, Solitude's definitely got that nailed down. I think Iris had it for a little bit, but like I say, my plans are so scarce at the moment with Heart of an Artist. I was sick, so I have to now go back and I have to go fucking ham for the rest of the month on this stuff, and also Solitude and everything. So it's going to be really difficult. I want to try and make the deadlines, so I might get myself sick again, but I made a promise. I made a promise, so I want to keep up with it. Did I have the bionicle dream last night? I had it again. The Isles. Oh, the Isles. Would you do something more with Castle Crashers? Oh yeah, I remember that. Wasn't that like a knockout? Or just a regular indulgence game with the crew? You know what? I was there when they were beta testing Castle Crashers. I was at the Newgrounds London meet. And they were showing some like early levels. I was there from the beginning. Just don't overwork yourself. Man, I might have to if it means, getting these deadlines done. I want to get them done, but rest assured I will be resting. I'm going to be resting at the end of it. Free words, take your time. I can't take my time. I was sick. It's my fault. So I gotta get at least caught up. You know, I want to catch up. Super excited for Harvard Artists Resurrection. It was the full album I saw get released in 2018, and seeing it grow into those beefy tracks feels like poetic justice. That's a good way to think about it. Thank you for that. Did you get COVID? No, strep. I had strep and flu. It was horrible. I also took my tests. I took like 10. There's none. No COVID in sight. In your Iris We Stand in Line video, what do you mean by the writing begins? Yeah, you'll find out. What flavor is Playmate? Cherry or watermelon? Whatever taste buds you have left at the end of this, I'm sure you'll find out. Take good care of yourself, man. I will do. I will do my best. Also, shout out to everybody who has COVID at the moment. Get well soon. Make sure you get well soon. Because, I mean, I can't come and, like, harm you because, you know, 1, boundaries, and 2, COVID. But, you know, just take it from me. Just take it from me. Y'all made me rest well, so I've got to do the same back.
Unexpected law drop. Xavier makes Playmates do a COVID test first.
I kept the Playmate card. I got an NPC. Ah, cool. Awesome. Yeah, so we're going to be updating our site real soon. We're going to have all sorts of new content, new lore giveaways and everything as soon as everything drops. So stay up to date with that. All right, so it's now 5 minutes away from streaming. I'm going to use this time to add my authenticity code, my stream key, sorry, over to YouTube. And I'm going to go that way. So thanks for helping out, coming over here when you didn't have to. Yeah, it's super appreciated. But we can head back over to YouTube now. There will be a proper live. And I will be apologizing to the bitter end to everybody who had been waiting. Because this sucks. Tatties. We'll get there. But yeah, thanks very much for testing this out. Really means a lot. And it looks like we're good. So, see you on the other side, folks. Oh, bye-bye.